return to La Banda in Argentina for the final game day of Group B in this Olympic pre-qualifying tournament. Table-topping Chile taking on Colombia for a place in Saturday's semi-finals. Remember, only the winner of this tournament will lock in a place at next year's Olympic qualifying tournament. And as such, 6 of the 7 teams that have taken part will have their Paris 2024 dreams come to an end before the end of this week. It's heartbreaking, it's harsh, but it's true. And that is part of the reason we love it so much. The drama that these tournaments provide us is immense. Other side of this, in Group A, Bahamas have already secured their spot in the semi-finals with a historic win over Argentina yesterday. Cuba and Argentina will fight it out later tonight for the second spot in Group A. However, here in Group B, both first and second still up for grabs. Here's the table as it looks. Chile looking good right now, top of the table 2-0. Uruguay and Colombia both on a 1-1 record. And the Virgin Islands, well, their Olympic hopes hang by a thread as they pop up the table 0-2. Chile and Colombia up first, and then game day 3 closes out, and this group closes out later this evening with Uruguay versus the Virgin Islands. La Banda has provided a wonderful setting for this qualification tournament. We are now about to have the player introductions here in the arena. First to be introduced will be Colombia, and you have to say they bounced back well from that opening day defeat to Uruguay, picking up a relatively straightforward 23-point win on Tuesday night over the Virgin Islands. Much credit has to go to Jaime Echenique and Romario Roque. They combined for 39 points, 15 rebounds and 6 assists in that win, as Colombia have really looked to dominate the paint. Expect them to go inside for a huge amount of their points tonight. They'll look to be aggressive and get to the basket. They'll also look to try and increase the pace. They want to run a nice, fast tempo game, which for the neutral means we should have some entertaining basketball. Colombia, well, they really need to win, as a loss would mean that they would need Virgin Islands to beat Uruguay to have any hopes of progressing. A win would, at worst, put them into a 3-way head-to-head with Uruguay and Chile for the top spots. At best, might see them progress depending on the result of our game later this evening. As for Chile, they enter the game with 2 wins under their belts, and without a shadow of a doubt, they firmly sit in the driving seat here in Group B. They followed up their narrow 1-point win over the Virgin Islands on the opening night with a big 78-70 win over Uruguay on Tuesday evening. Herrera and Carvacho have looked good so far here in Argentina. Carvacho in particular has really stood up, averaging 17 points and over 7 rebounds a game. Those two are likely to receive a little bit of extra attention for Colombian defense today. Pretty straightforward for Chile, a win and they make it through to the semi-finals as winners of Group B, and will face second place in Group A. A loss becomes a little bit more complicated. We'll now break in commentary for the national anthems of both Colombia and Chile. First, we'll have the national anthem for Colombia.
Please remain seated for the national anthem of Chile. Ahora tenemos por favor la presentación del pedido para el himno nacional de Chile.
Both teams come to the half, exchange handshakes, as we are now under 4 minutes away from the opening tip-off here. Both Coach Moreno and Coach Cordoba step to the half, shake hands with the officials as well as we get into our final preparations ahead of what is a huge game. Remember, a chance to be in Paris next year, a chance to be at Paris 2024 Olympics is up for grabs. Here are our officials: Krishna Dominguez, Franco Ronconi and Fernando Lechi from Mexico, Argentina and Brazil respectively. They look good to go. Commentary is good to go. The players are well on their way to being all set up and ready for today's game. As I said, Chile come in probably as favourites, but Colombia pushed really, really hard on opening day. Here's your starting five for Colombia: Roque, Jackson, Atencia, Echenique and Ibargüen is the starting five that Coach Moreno is going to go with. A fair bit coming off the bench for Coach Moreno as well. Atencia brings a look as well. There is the mastermind behind this Colombian basketball team. Done a good job so far. Will be frustrated slightly with their loss on the opening day to Uruguay. They pushed them hard. They looked good in long phases of that game. As for Chile, though, well, they can't ask any more at this stage. 2-0, and here's the starting five: Herrera, Lowe. We also have Hasa, Varela, and Carvaccio. On the bench as well, plenty coming off the bench for Coach Cordoba. Very content-looking coach right now, understandably so. His team have done a great job so far. They really have put them on the verge right now. For Chile, a win will qualify them and would leave Colombia needing the Virgin Islands to beat Uruguay later. If they didn't and Uruguay won that, then Uruguay and Chile would progress. If that were to happen, that would, sorry, if the Virgin Islands were to win, that would put Colombia, Virgin Islands and Uruguay into three-way head-to-head for second place. Let's jump into these huddles. Let's listen to what the coaches have to say just before tip-off.
La pelota viene por derecha. Hey, Michael, tiene en pantalla el que está a este lado. El que está a este lado sube. Pasamos la pelota, la regresamos hasta acá y vamos por él. Terminamos jugando aquí o acá arriba. Triángulo por cualquier lado, por donde la pelota venga. Se va fuera de cancha, se va por la izquierda. Y Echenique. Está a recordar el puño, el pone bloqueo, triángulo, bloqueo el bloqueador y doble backpin, lo buscamos al fondo. Nacho, vamos a ver si la primera ofensiva vamos con cuerno bajo, segundito, un poquito más en cuerno bajo. Lo estás poniendo como así. Un poquito más así. Vamos a ponerlo así. Y después salimos. Tocamos acá, salimos con el mano. Puede ser cuerno bajo, puede ser abajo, puede ser puño bajo, puede ser 5. Está para que toquemos esa pelota y salgamos jugar el mano a mano. Así lo desgastamos un poco el Chenique. ¿Estamos? Vamos, Dale, vamos. Vamos, 1, 2, 3.
Starting fives now coming to the floor. Straightforward for Chile, a lot more complicated for Colombia. Ultimately, they want the win, and if they do, and the Virgin Islands beat Uruguay later, Colombia will actually qualify top of the group, Chile in second. If Colombia win and Uruguay win later, then we are in a three-way head-to-head for both first and second spot. That would be Uruguay, Colombia, and Chile, all fighting it out on a points difference basis in the games that they played against one another. So we will get into some serious maths later if we end up in that situation. Hopefully I've got people in the FIBA HQ with calculators in hand ready to do some number crunching, but we'll try and keep you up to date as we progress. And we're underway here in La Banda, the final day, game day 3 of this Olympic pre-qualification tournament. Everything on the line right now as Chile take on Colombia. Chile 2-0 going into the game, Colombia 1-1. There's a little left-hand hook, nice soft move straight away there by Echenique. Getting back to where he left off, averaging 18 points across the 2 games, as well as 8 rebounds, and listen to this number, 4.5 blocks a game. Right hand is no good at the other end for Carvacho. Atencia pulls the trigger on the 3, and that has been a rarity for Colombia. They've shot the ball pretty well, but they're scoring a little under a third of their points from outside. Knocked away. Good quick hands there by Jackson. It will remain Chile ball though. And the opening quarter of this game could be really, really important for both these teams. They'll want to set the tone early, get themselves some momentum. Catch and shoot. Defense just didn't react. Felipe Hassa nails the 3. Shot 42% from outside across the first 2 games. Had 18 points against Uruguay in game day 2. 3 ball goes up, rattles home. Jackson gets the 3 as well. Jackson too had a good game against Uruguay. He had 28 points, 4 rebounds, 6 steals in that one. Back to the basket, almost stolen away. Carvacho though, shown some real old school big man quality in the games here. Jackson now in the low post. Roque. Short corner 2 is in and out. Full foul will be called on Echenique, who I think just grabs Diego Lowe out of the way. We are tied at 5 apiece. First foul of the game. Herrera feeds Carvacho. That's a combo that's been doing their business for Chile. It'll fade away for Lowe, and he gets the roll. Basketball gods are shining down on Diego Lowe. Into the corner. Atencia has it shut off. It eventually ends up with Roque. Jackson for 3 off right. Good defense. Chased out the perimeter hard there, Chile. Lowe now uses the double screen at the top and hits that little mid-range soft jumper. Chile out to a 4-point lead again. Both teams certainly getting what they want here offensively in the early going. In particular, Chile 9 points in 3 minutes. That's a good start for them. Atencia, no good. Where's the foul? Carvacho is going to be called for the foul. So he gets tangled up with Ibargüen. Roque. Echenique sets the screen. Roque uses it, takes the 3. That one's going to have been knocked out of bounds by Ibargüen, so it'll be baseline ball for Chile. Chile looks so confident. Had a tough opening game, and sometimes you speak to coaches, that helps. It's spilled this time. Just an unforced error really by Chile there, and Jackson will attack the paint. No one at home to protect the rim. As I'm saying though, Chile had a really tough opening game. They only came away with a last-second 1-point win against the Virgin Islands. Sometimes you like that as a coach, a test early on. You don't want to lose a game, clearly, but having a close one where you're pushed can really get the mind locked in. And it looks like that might have been the case for Chile here as they now top the table. Okay, fast break, and that's what I was talking about in the pre-game. Colombia want to push the pace. They want points in the paint. They want to attack the basket. Mario Roque doing just that on that play. Ada hands it away to Carvalho. Really has impressed in this tournament. Nicolas Carvalho, the 26-year-old, really shows the art of the big man is not dead. It is an absolutely refined skill, though, and he is showing it in abundance. Low. Kicks it out. Could have taken the layup. Instead, the air ball there. He'll get the rebound and miss on the reverse layup. Not sure about the decision-making from Diego Lowe. Surely when the lane opens like that, and you're as strong and as athletic as Lowe, you just go to the rack. Oh, that's a nice pass and an easy one-handed finish for Echenique, but that one was made by Romario Roque. Just looked for that backdoor cut, and that score ties the game 11 apiece. Arsa puts the shot up and is off target. Colombia now starting to take a little bit more of control in this game. Atencio will get the roll. And Colombia will take the lead. Their first lead of the game. Shot goes up, rebound pulled down by Jackson. He puts the Jets on, but almost deflected. Colombia hold possession. Chance to extend the lead. Foul's going to be called on Hasa as Ibargüen goes strong. Big man wanted to put that one down with a little bit of extra relish. Draws the foul instead, though. Yeah, he was going for the two-handed flush. Hasa catching all the arms. To the line heads Andres Ibargüen. Hasn't missed a free throw prior to today's game. There's your jinx for you. Hasn't been to the line a huge amount of times, but 100% so far here in La Banda. Breaks the jinx on the first. His first points of the game. As Peña has come into the game for Colombia. Echenique comes out. Vergara comes in for Lowe as well for Chile. It's both from the free throw line, and Colombia's lead now out to 4. As Coach Moreno looks on, has a conversation with his bench. Herrera hands it off to Hasa. Good defense by Colombia, but Chile find a backdoor, a way through, and an easy score on the backdoor. That time Vergara with the easy layup. A little over 3 minutes left in this first quarter, as expected between these two teams. Very little to separate them. Both teams battling each other as Coach Moreno will call a timeout. And we're going to head straight into this Colombian huddle. Hear what Coach has to say.
Vamos así, Álvaro, Andrés, Romario, Jackson, Hansel saca. Lo que vamos a hacer es lo siguiente. Pinta la pantalla Jackson y se viene para el lado del balón. Usted finta el corte y se viene por el lado contrario. Esta pantalla, hágala más arriba, arriba del bloque. Hey, podemos meter aquí, aquí, o aquí, o hacer misdirection. Balón aquí para tirar acá con Romario. Hey, vamos a intentar hacerlo. De resto, hermano, empecemos la contrazona, empecemos transición o empecemos zona y demos movilidad. Démosle movilidad. 1, 2, 3. Colombia.
Clearly, Coach Moreno not happy with how the game's gone so far. His team lead by 2, and they started slowly, but slowly but surely have fought their way back into this one. Now have possession on the baseline, a chance to extend their lead a little longer. Into the hands of Jackson, corner pocket 3. Nothing but net for him. And that is maybe why Coach Moreno wanted to call a timeout, just to get a little set offense run. Jackson up to 8 points already. Unbelievable, really. Just so you're aware, yep, graphic on the screen has now been updated. Colombia lead by 5. Jackson clearly leading all scorers with 8. Roque, will he get the points? I think it's been waved away. On the floor, the foul has been judged. Let's have a look. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the right decision. Can't see a continuation on that. Jackson will go to the line. Into the game comes Carmona for Colombia. Jackson has looked so good in this tournament. 28 against Uruguay. Didn't have a great game against the Virgin Islands, but doing a good game against Uruguay. Roque now at the top. Pulls the trigger on the long 3. Wow. That is way downtown. Shooting from another zip code from Mario Roque. 3 goes up from Vergara. Cancels out the Roque 3 instantly. Really love that. As a neutral, seeing a team just step up and really deflate another team after they've hit the 3. Chile in a 2-3 zone right now. Carmona with the 3, and Colombia starting to show they've got a perimeter game. Haven't been hugely leaning on it prior to today's game. But hey, secret weapon they're bringing out when it matters most. They're up by 8. Caravaggio, foul's going to be called on Carmona. Only the second foul of the game for Colombia. 90 seconds left in this first half. There's the good ball movement into the hands of Andres Carmona. First score of the game for him. Sideline for Chile. So there. And they'll back it out. Trying to find a handle to create some space. Puts up a prayer, and his prayers are answered. Wow, that's a tough play. I suppose when you wear the number 24 jersey, you're expected to pull out big plays like that. Munoz hands it away. Offensive foul called on Echenique as Vergara just draws the charge. Vergara ending up on the hardwood. Read the offense well, though. In the last 30 or so seconds, Chile certainly starting to step up and take a little bit more control. Varela goes to the bench. Into the game comes Carrasco. Jones now feeds the low post. Carrasco goes to the right hand. Short this time, though. Peña hands it away. Tenthia looking for space, stolen away. Hasa will pick up the loose ball. Chile now pretty much nothing between the shot clock and the quarter clock. Less than half a second, I'd say. Carrasco will slow it down as Chile want to take the final shot of the first quarter. They trail by 6. Oh, a little jolt dribble there by Carrasco inside. He'll come up short. Long outlet pass, isn't going to get there quick enough. And that will be the end of the first quarter here in La Banda. Intriguing first quarter, high-scoring first quarter. Chile 18, Colombia 24. Here are the shooting stats from that first quarter. As we can see, Colombia doing a great job when they go to the basket, but maybe more impressively is the 12 points they've scored from downtown already. Here are some of the best plays from that first quarter of action, and I'm sure we are going to see plenty of plays coming out of the hands of Michael Jackson. What a first quarter he has had here. 8 points, 3 from 4 from the field, as well as 2 rebounds and an assist. He's leading all scorers. Leading the way for Chile is Alejandro Vergara, who has 5 points and is perfect from the field right now, 2 from 2. But interesting to see. Remember, Chile entered this game with an unbeaten record across the first 2 days. And it's Colombia that enter with a 1-1 record after losing to Uruguay on the opening day of this tournament and then picking up a relatively easy win on game day 2. And just to give you the context, just a reminder, this is the Olympic pre-qualifying tournament. 7 teams here in Argentina, only 1 place at the full Olympic qualification tournament next year. So 6 of the 7 teams, their Paris 2024 Olympic dreams will come to an end at the end of this week. If you've got your phones handy, please do scan the QR code on the screen. That will take you straight to Courtside 1891. It is an app you need to have on your phone if you're a basketball fan. It has a ton of content from around the world, including lots of preparation games as we build up to the World Cup, which is only days away. And there are some massive games going to take place in Asia over the coming weeks in the World Cup. So make sure you do get Courtside 1891 onto your phone. Second quarter underway here in La Banda. Colombia lead this one by 6 at the end of the first quarter in this Olympic pre-qualifying game. Game day 3, final game of Group B. Top 2 teams out of the 4 competing in Group B progress through to the semi-finals on Saturday with the final on Sunday. As it stands, any of the 4 teams could still be lifting the crown here and securing their place in the Olympic qualifying tournament for next year. Carrasco now to Jones. Foul's going to be called on Carmona. Quick early foul in the quarter for Colombia. Wasn't any real foul trouble in that first quarter. In fact, it was a very brisk, high tempo, high scoring first quarter of basketball here in La Banda. Carmona will come out of the game now. Back in comes the leading scorer, Jackson. Remember, 8 points in that first quarter. More points than minutes at the moment, Jackson. Hasa back out to Vergara. Vergara into Hasa. Goes with that right hand, and Hasa turning up here. Didn't score in the game against the Virgin Islands. Had 18 against Uruguay. Shot is up and too heavy. Chile will come back with it and a chance to trim the deficit a little more. Jones to the basket. Just a little hesitation in that dribble was enough to move the momentum of the defender away from the basket, and Jones could capitalize. And just like that, Chile are back within 2. Backdoor cut by Atencio. He is absolutely surrounded. Jump ball called. Arrow in favor of Colombia, though. See him wrapped up. Baseline ball for Atencio to inbound. Clearly going to look for Jackson. It's not there though, but it is inside to Ibargüen. Double team drops on him. He just steps away and fades onto that left hand. Jones now out the top. Thought he had advantage, but the defense recovers well. He's on the floor now, and it's just ripped away by Ibargüen. Advantage to Colombia. Offensive foul's going to be called. I think it was off the ball. Let's have a look. Who that's on. Armantha called for the foul. Coach Moreno not happy. He will be frustrated. His team have played some good basketball in this game, but haven't capitalized when they've had the advantage. Velasco. Shot clock down to 9. Asa, offensive foul, just cleans out with the elbow swing. It's the right call by the officials. Almost a hook, but not quite a hooking foul. Have a look at this left elbow as Atencio is left. Yeah, it is a hook for me, actually. I'd just class that as a hook. Quite aggressive hook, but a hooking foul nonetheless. And really, Atencio got out of jail on that one. Giving up over 20 centimeters in that battle. Arsenal will have to go to the bench now. 2 quick fouls in this game. Back into the action comes Carvaccio. Pena hands it to Jackson. Jackson now inside. Good ball movement here by Colombia. Armantha will draw the foul on his way to the basket. I think Jones caught reaching in on that one. Can't get the first to go. 83% in the first 2 games from the free throw line. Luis Armantha. Rattles home the second. His first points of the game. Colombia's lead back to 5. A little full court pressure from Colombia as they try to switch their defensive gears up a little. Horns offense here from Chile. Oh, Carvaccio absolutely maximizes the mismatch that he got off the switch on the screen. Drags Armantha down into the low post and just bullies him in the paint. Carvaccio with the chance of a 3-point play. That is exactly how Coach Cordoba would have drawn that one up. Out the line for the bonus. Converts to three-point play. 7 points now for Nicolas Carvacho. Colombia's lead trimmed to 2 again. And for Chile, however, playing some good basketball, and they're not quite able to push themselves into the lead. Jackson, little shake, splits the defense. Now into the hands of Ibargüen. Peña. Carvacho eventually brings down the rebound, his 3rd board of the game. Jones, shot clock at 6. Will come round now for Vergara. Stolen away, good quick hands by Jackson to Roque. Will throw it out of bounds, will he? He will. That's good transition defense by Chile. Timeout called by Coach Cordoba. His team are back within 2. I'm sure he wants to have a word with them as they look to push and grab a lead before the half.
Exactamente eso es lo que quieren ellos. Que nos quedemos con la pelota pelotudeando acá. 1 hora. Entonces nos juegan físico, nos pegan en los brazos y no nos cobran la falta. Tenemos que jugar un picarrón largo. Jones, largo, llévatelo porque están cambiando. Damos vuelta al balón y atacamos el mismatch. O damos vuelta al balón, otro picarrón y en algún momento queda libre. No perdamos balones sin tirar al aro. Nos agarran los brazos, nos juegan físico, no nos cobran la falta, nos meten gol en contraataque. Tenemos que exponernos a la continuidad del juego. Es cuerno, es arriba, es 4. Un pick and roll, un segundo pick and roll y después recién ahí atacamos. Vamos, vamos, todo bien. 2 puntos abajo.
Impassioned timeout from Coach Cordoba. He wants his team to really capitalize at the moment. They're starting to gain a lot of control over this game, but they're not taking the points, not pushing into the win, and not stretching out a lead. And he has been around the basketball block enough times to know that when you have momentum in a game, you have to maximize. You have to open up as big a lead as you can, because as much as you might be a great team, the likelihood is the momentum will swing against you at some point in that game. Colombia still lead by 2. Carrasco waits for the Carvacho screen. Going to use the Pickett screen instead. Oh, nice little running right-hander, heavy-handed though. Foul's going to be called on Carrasco. So he just collides with Roque. Sideline ball for Colombia. Coach Moreno will be slightly concerned. He'll be happy that they have the lead, but it certainly hasn't been going all their own way here in La Banda in the first half. Drive to the basket, strong from Amantha. 3 points for him now. Jones down low to Carvacho. Carvacho against Ibargüen. Carvacho just trying to bully his way to the basket, and he does. There is nothing subtle about that play from Nicolas Carvacho, the 26-year-old just muscling his way into the paint. Jackson for 3. And that is way too much space to give a player the quality of Jackson. Already double digits for Jackson. Behind the back pass from Roque, a little loose. Echenique just about holds on to it, but Chile will knock it out of bounds. Chile to make the change. Out comes Vergara. Timeout called. A real chess match of a game between the two coaches here. Both using their timeouts in this first half. 4:51 left in the first half. Chile 27, Colombia 32. We're going to jump straight into Coach Moreno's huddle.
Dado el balón Echenique. Balón aquí. Romario saca. Hey. Hey. Michael Jackson aquí. Almanza aquí. Andrés aquí. Hey, lo que vamos a hacer es, Michael viene como en un cruce que no es pantalla y Almanza sale aquí con la pantalla de Echenique aquí. Sí. Y Michael sale aquí con la pantalla de Andrés. Andrés y Echenique tienen posibilidades de estar ahí. Esta cosa aquí, esta X, aquí es importante. Apenas el árbitro le entregue la pelota a Michael, brevemente, fuerte, y vamos a hacerla. Hey, en la defensa, como pasó ahora, si vos estás aquí y Andrés está 1 a 1, metete aquí. Metete ahí con los dos.
Y 1, 2, 3.
Cool, calm and collected from Coach Moreno. His team lead by 5. Jackson with 11 of the 32 for Colombia in the first 15 minutes and just about 9 seconds. Such an intrinsic part of what Colombia do when they play well. Almanza back into Echenique. Jackson fakes the 3, hands it away. Short 2 is not short enough. Echenique now double team, but it doesn't matter as he just beasts his way through. Colombia now move up to a 7-point lead. Worrying times for Coach Cordoba and Chile. Remember, if Colombia win, likely we're going to end up in a 3-way head-to-head here. Right hand from Carvaccio. The hustle, though, defensively. Where's the call? It remained Chile ball. Roque couldn't hold on to possession. Mario Roque averaging over 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists and 2 steals in the first 2 games. The 24-year-old really provides a little bit of on-court leadership. We talk about the point guard being the general on the floor, and at times Roque does that. That's surely going to be a technical foul. It is. Chile have got 6 players on the floor when that one was inbounded. That's an automatic technical foul. So that will send Colombia to the free throw line, as Jones shouldn't have been on the floor. I think Coach Cordoba takes the responsibility for that mistake. To the line goes Jackson. Can't get the technical free throw to roll, though. Herrera has come into the game for Jones. That was a confusion. Into the low post. Carvaccio looking to go to that right hand again. And if there's a pot at the goal at the end of the rainbow, Carvaccio is hitting it on that right-hand hook shot. If I'm Colombia now, I'm shoving him to his left hand as hard as I can. Make him prove to me that he's got a left hand as well. Jackson will draw the foul on Herrera. Chile's 4th foul of the quarter. Both teams now in the penalty. In fact, Lowe's been called for the foul. Have a look. Yeah, my mistake, it was Lowe stepping across. Jackson back at the line. Hits the first this time. He'll be frustrated that he missed that technical free throw. 1 from 2 so far. It's the second as well. Colombia's lead out to 7 points now. Again, Jackson up to 13 himself. skip pass to Pickett. He hands it away. Long rebound, falls kindly. Colombia tried to drive some transition, but Chile are aware that that was going to be their game plan. Jackson doesn't take the three, hands it off. Left hand is good. Barguen, beautiful soft touch from the big man. Stretches Colombia's lead out to 9. That is a game-high 9. Coach Cordoba calls a timeout. He needs to stop this run from Colombia as soon as he can before the game runs away from him.
Están jugando físico, nos incomoda. Y mientras sigamos jugando un pase y tiro, eso no desgasta energía, no tenemos rebote y nos corren el contraataque. Nosotros decidimos lo que queremos hacer. Queremos seguir jugando un pase y un tiro y perder, sigámoslo haciendo. Queremos jugar un pick and roll, llevar la pelota adentro, fuera, segundo pick and roll, dar vuelta, sacarle contraataque, exponerlos, que nos están agarrando, que nos están pegando, vamos a tener chance de jugar. Cuatro en la ofensiva.
Feel the frustration from Coach Cordoba. His team not playing near their potential, but you have to give a huge amount of credit to Colombia for making that the way the game is right now. Colombia just having a much higher level of play. Physicality, energy. The whole aspect of the game now is falling towards Colombia as Chile struggle to get anything to go again in this offense. Herrera tries to create himself. Nothing there. Free ball goes up and a get out of jail free from Herrera. Baseline ball for Colombia to inbound, and a little bit of respite, a little bit of a toehold in the game on the back of that Varela made three. Roque now, little sidestep, three himself, and he'll get the roll as Carvaggio puts his hand up through the rim and bats it away. The three is good for Roque. That's his second three of the game. 8 points in total for him, and now a 9-point lead again for Colombia. Under 2.5 left in this first half. Herrera hands it to the wing. Oh, another big three. My goodness me. This is the time for Varela. Steps up, back-to-back threes. His team relying on him right now to keep them in the game. Still 10 on the shot clock for Colombia. Roque, hesitation. Jackson almost has it stolen away. He'll go again on that right hand. Defense just swarms all over him, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Much better defense by Chile. That is what Coach Cordoba has been asking for. Much more team-focused defense. They weren't just matching up. They're actually helping. Herrera waves it away. Carvaggio gets it back. Herrera trying to find some space for a shot again inside. Carvaggio has it stripped by Jackson. That is great recovery. That looked like almost a guaranteed two inside for Carvaggio, but look at the recovery here from Jackson. Reads it well. Lucky as well to be able to reach over and bat that one away. So often get yourself caught in trouble with a foul. There's Carvaggio again, though, and if he doesn't score the first time, he will the second. 13 points now for Nicolas Carvaggio. He leads the scoring for Chile. Echenique now hands it to inside to Atencia. Jackson, step back three. That's short. Long rebound though. Where's it batted to? It's batted back to Echenique. Wide open for Atencia, and he'll get the three to drop. That is a big score and a big moment. A 7-point lead now for Colombia. Chile were battling their way back in, but that puts a little bit more breathing space for Colombia. Carvacho again. Not this time, though. Hasa passes it inside, but Chile will have to come back out. Atencia reads it well. Steals it away for Colombia. Plenty of time, about a 10-second differential between the first half clock and the shot clock. Atencia just trying to find a lane. Shot clock's down to 4. Oh, wow, short corner two from Hansel Atencia. 8 seconds now for Chile left in this first half. Varela off the back of the iron and away, and a strong close to the opening half for Colombia and Coach Moreno. 20 minutes in the books. It's Chile 37, Colombia 46. Here are the shooting stats from that first half, and you can see how well Colombia is shooting from outside. Almost half of their points coming from downtown. That would have been on the scouting report. Chile also struggling to get to the free throw line, losing the rebounding battle, and for me, that is the accumulation of being down by 9 points. Two leading scorers in this game. Carvacho with 13 leads it for Chile. Jackson with 13 leads it for Colombia. Certainly advantage Colombia, but still a big 20 minutes ahead of us here in La Banda. Here are the top plays from that second quarter. A really intriguing second quarter of action. Colombia are up by 6 at the end of the first. They've extended that now out to 9 as they enter the locker room for the halftime break. And a huge amount of credit from Coach Moreno, I'm sure, will go to Michael Jackson. 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal from him in the first half. Plenty of support, though. Romario Roque has 8. Atencia has 7. Echenique 6. Ibargüen has 6. As for Chile, most of their offense has gone through Nicolas Carvacho. 13 points, 6 from 10 for him. And really, Ignacio Varela is the only other player who really steps up. He's got 8 points in the first half, including 2 threes in that second quarter. Just a reminder of the context of this game. This is the Olympic pre-qualifiers. We are in Group B. We're in the final day of Group B, the final games for both of these teams. It is a 4-team group. The top 2 progress to the semi-finals on Saturday. Now, for Chile, straightforward. They win, they will qualify. That's pretty straightforward. It would leave Colombia needing the Virgin Islands to beat Uruguay in our later game this evening. If the Virgin Islands do, then that makes it a nice complicated three-way head-to-head. But the halftime here is Chile 36, Colombia 47, second half around the corner.
You need character. You need chemistry.
FIBA Basketball World Cup is the peak of the game.
It's the toughest competition in the basketball world to win.
That is why I will be there.
Because when you win for one,
You win for all.
The game maybe as underdogs, as Chile were 2-0 going into the game. Colombia 1-1, but at the half they poured in 46 points. That's an impressive first half from Colombia, and much of the credit has to go to that man there, Michael Jackson. 13 points, including 3 3-pointers. Also has 2 rebounds and 2 assists to his name as well. What a first half from him. They will lean heavily on him again here in the second half, as they look to try and push on and claim the win. For Colombia, really, a win would be a huge step up for them and keep their chances of making it through to the semi-finals on Saturday a lot more alive than a loss certainly would. Colombia win, and if the Virgin Islands win, then Colombia will actually top the group and go through in first place here from Group B. If Colombia win and Uruguay win later against Virgin Islands, then we would have a mind-melting 3-way head-to-head for both first and second place between Uruguay, Colombia and Chile, with the points difference on those 3 games being the deciding factor. Chile now back out to warm up. 37 points in the first half. Probably one of the concerning factors, I imagine, for Coach Cordoba, and really one that gives you a bit of an idea of the issues maybe his team have, is they've only shot 1 free throw in the entire first half. Colombia has shot 7. Both of that's pretty low, to be honest. They've been averaging 19 trips to the free throw line, 19 free throws in the game, so they're way short of that. But leading the way for them is Nicolas Carvacho, the big man. 13 points in that first half, 6 from 10 from the field. Grabbed himself a couple of rebounds as well, but a lot of the success for Chile has come when he's gone old school back to the basket. Just strength and bullying basketball. And I'm not sure that him alone with that style will get the win here for Chile. Remember, a win for Chile and they go through top of the group unbeaten. If they lose, it becomes a little bit more complicated for them and depends on the results. If they lose, they want the Virgin Islands to beat Uruguay, then Chile would qualify in second. If they lose and Uruguay win later, then they're in that head-to-head, a 3-way head-to-head for 2 spots. We are now just about 2 minutes away from the restart of the second half here. Just a reminder, at the half, it is 37 to Chile, 46 to Colombia. An impressive offensive first half from the Colombian team. Coach Cordoba at times struggling to find a way to slow the Colombian team down. They want to get out and run. Even when they get in a half-court set, it's a very energetic, quick, fluid half-court. For Chile, they might want a slightly slower, more structured game than is currently being played. And I'm sure that's what coach has spoken about. How do they get that? How do they create that? There is a key to their success. Carvacho sitting on the bench right now. Herrera could also be an important part of the puzzle, yet to score in today's game, averaging over 13 points in the first 2 games, so expectations are that he'll have to step up in that second half. Let's jump into the huddles as we have just about a minute left before the start of the second half.
Lo primero y más importante ahora es hacer una detención defensiva. Ellos tienen la pelota. Y recuerde, cuando nosotros cojamos rebote o lo que sea, y Barguen, vamos así, es el que va a traer la pelota hacia acá. Hansen, una buena pantalla alta, Jaime.
Y Nico, salís a jugar un mano a mano con Arroyo. ¿Eh? Sí. Sí. Vamos. Iniciala vos, Diego. Iniciala vos y que salga Nacho. Que salga Nacho. Vamos, Ale. 1, 2, 3. Venís de atrás vos.
Both fives now making their way onto the floor. A big 20 minutes ahead. Just remember the context. This is an Olympic pre-qualification tournament. 7 teams fighting it out for 1 spot at the full Olympic qualifiers next year. Only 1 team are going to keep their Olympic dreams alive. It could be one of these 2, but we will find out by the end of the night whether either or both will be in the semi-finals. Second half underway here in La Banda in Argentina. Colombia lead by 9 at the end of the first half. Varela comes back to Hasa, stolen away. That's a poor pass really by the Chilean player. A 10th here now will set the offense up for Colombia. Echenique not quite in the flow as of yet. Double team comes to him, won't get the score. Oh, but it's put back in by Carvacho. A mistake by the Chilean big man gives Colombia an extra 2 points. Shot goes up, no good. Carvacho grabs the offensive rebound and once again just muscles his way to the basket, cancelling out the 2 he scored at the other end moments ago. That was Colombia's biggest lead of the game. It's quickly being trimmed back though, and the missed 3 doesn't help Chile out as Varela cools off a little at the start of this second half. Into the low post. Echenique draws the double team, goes to the right hand, sorry, to the hook shot on the left, but for me a little far away. Needed to muscle to the basket, establish a closer position before unleashing that one. Herrera nails the 3. That is a big shot from Sebastian Herrera. Shooting less than 30% from the perimeter in this tournament so far, so that shows real confidence in his own ability to step in an important moment, to drop that 3. Foul called on Varela, his first of the game. Colombia still with a 6-point lead though. Once again, a quite sprightly start to the quarter. Echenique looking to back his way down, but the double team drops on him and strips it away. Mismatch down in the low post that Chile are trying to exploit, but it's good work by Almanza. 3 ball goes, oh, another 3. Drills it from the top. Herrera back-to-back 3s. Oh, and it's thrown away. Still on the floor, eventually comes out to Varela. Herrera, another 3, surely not. No, heavy this time. Almanza grabs the rebound. A flurry. As we have an 8-2 start to the second half for Chile, and they are back within 3 points. Coach Cordoba will be absolutely buoyed by what he sees in the opening, well, 2.5 minutes here. Changed by Coach Moreno. Out the game comes Montano. Back in comes the man of the moment for Colombia, Jackson. One of those players that's just be able to create offense for himself. Drives inside and just almost looks lackadaisical at times, but absolutely laser focused, Jackson. Herrera. Asa. Herrera for 3. Oh my goodness. 3 3-pointers in the opening 3.5 minutes of this second half. I said to you in the half, he's been quiet. Well, he hasn't anymore. He has come out full of noise in this second half, Sebastian Herrera. Feed the hot hand. Hasa throws it away. Fortunately, he comes back to him though, but it's going to be ripped away from him again. Kickball called on Chile, so it will be a Colombian possession. Chile back within 2. Changes here for Coach Moreno as his team look a little bit against the ropes in the start of this second half. That's the scramble on the floor. Frustration shown by Felipe Hasa. Atencia. As you would expect, Colombia want to get into the hands of Jackson, but he throws it away now. And he just about rescue possession. Shot clock down to 3. He'll have to step back, put the 3 ball up. That's short. Rebound by Carvacho. Very fluid offense here from Chile. Almost impossible to stop, and it is. This time Felipe Hasa coming off a great pass from Herrera. How fluid is this offense though? There's the pick and roll, there's the pass. That's good footwork by Hasa. Not easy to catch in that position and not want to roll the other way. But he rolls the right way and gets the score, ties the game, a chance to take the lead for Chile from the free throw line. Wow, a 14-4 start to this third quarter, and Chile are in the lead. That is why they are 2-0 so far in this tournament. Jackson trying to find a Roque, but Chile denying all the passing angles. Atencia pulls a 3. That's off. Rebound by Echenique. It's going to be Chile ball on the baseline though. I'm not sure if he's called for a kick ball or a foul. Let's have a look what the officials say. There's the shot goes up. There's the rebound. Yeah, he kicks it back to himself. Baseline ball for Chile. Almost halfway through this third quarter. A very brisk third quarter so far as these two teams want to get business done. Foul's going to be called on Romario Roque. He just pulls on the arm of Carrasco. Second foul for Roque. Second foul of the quarter for Colombia as well. What a 5 minutes of basketball for Chile. Scoring 14 and holding Colombia to just 4. Vergara to Hasa. Pulls up for 3. That's off right. Rebound pulled down by Jackson. He'll put some tempo behind it. Echenique, too heavy. Just thinking about it as well. Colombia have only scored 4, and 2 of them were scored by Carvacho. The Chilean player is Colombia's joint top scorer here in the third quarter. He's one of those mad stat lines. If you ever go to a full-on basketball geek quiz, that one will come out. If it stays this way, that's definitely one that I would use. Foul's going to be called though. Carvacho called for an offensive foul with the illegal screen. Inside now, Echenique, drop step, goes strong, no good. Chile really are starting to just completely dominate this game. They only lead by 1, but bear in mind they had a 9-point deficit to come back from. Inside, Hasa, no good, is it? Yes, it is, he'll get the roll. Another example of great post play from Chile. Chile continue to completely dominate this game right now. Echenique turns it over. Timeout has been called by Coach Moreno. I think he's given his team long enough to try and find a solution. They can't. So with 3:34 left, they trail by 3. Let's head into this Colombian huddle.
Si va a coger cada uno en la bola por su cuenta, el marcador no va a ser ese, sino que va a ser peor. Tenemos que jugar juntos. Y en la defensa, hermano, todas las cosas nosotros sabemos que viene. Anticipar, anticipar. Ahora, ojo vivo a esto. Vamos a formarnos en 3. Jackson, Romario, Hansel, Andrés y Echenique. Primer pase que hagan, nos vamos a matchup, pero vamos a mostrarla. Ahora, en el ataque, vamos a ir esquina completa. Vamos a mover la pelota, hacer los que ellos se muevan. Esquinas, a ver qué pasa. Buenas pantallas, una buena salida. Y si continuamos. ¡Vamos, muchachos! ¡Vamos! ¡1, 2, 3!
Coach Moreno being very controlled in that timeout. Inside, he must be so frustrated that his team have been outscored by 12 points in 6.5 minutes, and more frustratingly, his team have only scored 4 points themselves. In fact, only scored 2, as I was saying. The Chilean big Carvacho was responsible for the other 2. Coach Cordoba could not have wished for a better third quarter than the one he's been given right now by his team. 3.5 minutes. Will the game swing back to Colombia now? Carrasco hands it back to Herrera. The hot hand. Carrasco, step back, gets his 3-pointer blocked, but draws the foul. Echenique saying it's not a foul, review it, but that's not what the review is for. No point in reviewing that because the officials won't change their call. That will send Carrasco to the line for 3 free throws. Let's have a look at the replay. Echenique saying he flicked his feet out. He did, but the foul was already there, I think. Carrasco at the line now. Gets the first to roll. His first trip to the free throw line, and to be honest, Chile have not been there very often. That's just the third free throw of the game for Chile, and as I said, they are averaging 19 attempts across a game across the first 2 games in this tournament. Misses the second. Bargwen with the rebound. Roque puts the Rockets on. Doesn't get the score, but Hassel will save it. That's a big play, and there's the outlet for the easiest of scores for Carrasco. Now, Chile have a game-high 6-point lead, their biggest lead of the game. What a turnaround here in the third quarter. A 15-point swing we have witnessed. Roque, Echenique. Jackson for 3. Too heavy. Rebound by Bargwen. Colombia trying to find some composure right now. Atencia hands it off to Echenique. Foul will be drawn, will it? Yes, it will. I think it's on the floor, though, so it'll only be a sideline possession for Colombia. Let's have a look. There's a drive to the basket. Yeah, draws in Ansaldo. Easy call for the officials. In fact, baseline. Roque trying to get open. Tempia will hand it back instead. There's the foul, and Colombia will now earn a trip to the free throw line. Jackson will head there. What a nightmare third quarter it's been so far for Colombia. Offensively, they have got nothing going right now as Echenique goes to the bench. Chile's lead is at 6. Peña has come in. Jackson, can he fire himself back up? 17 points now for Jackson. Coach Moreno must be wondering what kind of team talk did Coach Cordoba have with his team. We now see what looks like a 1-2-1-1 zone press, not too intense. Carrasco uses the screen at the top. Back out now to Hasa. Sorry, inside to Hasa. That's a poor pass, but Pickett is there to scoop up the offensive board, and that's the role that Altor Pickett has taken in these pre-qualification games. Jones, right hand, that's way off target, but it's off the knee of Roque. That'll be a shot clock violation. Better defense this time by Colombia. Roque now. Atencio hands it away to Jackson. Stolen away. Falls to Carrasco. He's going to slow it down. Hesitation dribble inside, and the easiest of scores as Chile are in full control of this game. They look shaky in the first half, to be fair to them. What a half-time break they've had, hit the reset, and they've come back out and dominated the game so far in this second half. Hasa holds on to possession. Roque's getting a little frustrated, reaching in. Carrasco goes in, and another score. 8-point lead, 41.3 seconds remaining. And the way the game is going, Chile are blasting their way into the semi-finals. Timeout called here by Coach Moreno. Burns a second timeout, leaves him with only one for the final quarter. 41.3 seconds to play. His team trail by 8.
No movemos la pelota, estamos buscando la personal. Así no vamos a ganar, mi hermano. Tenemos que volvernos como grupo y en este lado volvernos unos titanes defendiendo. Hey, no puede presionar uno solo y los demás jugar tranquilos. Todos tienen que presionar la pelota. Hey, atentos a esto, Vamos a hacer lo siguiente. Tiene Hansel con la pelota hacia Andrés. Pantalla. Hey, Álvaro. Se abre aquí donde está Hansel. Hey, Romario viene y le tira una ciega a Andrés. Hey, acá está el Mansa. Se abre de aquí a acá. Hey, pantalla, calma. Venga como si fuera cortando. Sorprenda. A ver si podemos meter un alley-oop aquí. ¡Vamos!
What a quarter of basketball from Chile, outscoring Colombia 23-6. And there's still 37 seconds, sorry, a little over 40 seconds to play. Can Colombia do anything to rescue a little bit of positivity from this quarter? Atencio looking for options, but his teammates are so static. Peña picked up his dribble. Will he get done for 5 seconds? He won't get whistled for it. He gets it away in time. Almanza, too strong. That'll be a shot clock violation. And look how pumped the Chilean bench are. They really know how big this quarter of basketball has been for their team. Really has completely flipped the switch on this game. Colombia looked like they were flowing. Up by 9 at the half. They now trail by 8. Unbelievable. 17-point swing in 10 minutes. Phenomenal here from Chile. They'll get the final shots of this third quarter. Carrasco now, 7 to work with. Shot goes up. Doesn't come off though. Wow. That is a third quarter to remember for Colombia and Coach Cordoba. 10 minutes still to play. Chile 60, Colombia 52. There are your shooting stats, and Chile blasting their way back into this game. Phenomenal 10 minutes of basketball we've witnessed there in the third quarter. It looked like Colombia were going to walk away with it. Chile have other ideas here. Well, here are the highlight plays of that quarter, and that, believe it or not, is one of the top scorers for Colombia in that third quarter. It's the Chilean big man, Carvalho. He scored 2 of their 6 points in that quarter. Unbelievable, that truly is. But a 17-point swing here, and much of it comes out of the hands of Herrera. Had nothing, 0 points at the end of the first half. Now he has 9 points as well as 5 assists. Sebastian Herrera really was the spark that set fire to Chile's offense in that third quarter. They scored 26 points while holding Colombia to just 6. Chile now potentially just 10 minutes of basketball away from securing top spot here in Group B. And if they do secure top spot here in Group B, they will face either Cuba or Argentina in the semi-final on Saturday. Big job now for Coach Moreno. You can feel the anger, the frustration. He is fuming on the sidelines with how that third quarter went. His team just disappeared, became complacent. He's going to have asked for a much bigger final 10 minutes from his team. A loss here for Colombia really does put their chances of making the the semi-finals on the rocks. Fourth quarter underway here in La Banda. What a game, what a roller coaster of a final game for both of these teams. On the floor for Colombia's Almanza, Roque, Tencia, Ibargüen and Peña. Comes up short, rebound Isla. Chile go with Jones, Herrera, Carrasco, Isla and Carvalho. Carrasco now. Hands it off to Carvalho. Oh, and up and under. Wow. Gerardo Isla bringing a little bit of flavor to proceedings here. Double-digit lead now for Chile. That's their first double-digit lead of the game. Roque for 3. Too heavy. Where's the rebound? Almanza bats it back to Peña. Tencia is fouled by Jones. Colombia right now, the heavyweight against the ropes, taking a pummeling. If they can withstand it though, they're not out of this game. There's 9 minutes to play. They only trail by 10. They can get their defense fired up and find a way for a couple of players to get a hot hand. They'll be back in the game before you even know it. Roque, free throw line. Will get the roll, Romario Roque. 10 points for him now. Foul's going to be called. Not sure if that's on Almanza or Roque. It's on Roque. That'll be his third. Both teams with one foul. And as we see Carrasco go to the bench, in comes Varela. So now Chile with two hot hands on the floor. Herrera and Varela. Both of them shooting well this evening. Herrera 3 triples. Varela with 2. Oh, there's the right hand from Yesleva. Caravaggio now in the low post, puts the ball on the floor, goes to the right hand hook shot, and it is a very, very similar outcome that we have seen all game as Caravaggio moves to 17 points now. Peña inside to Almanza, running right hand, no good. Rebound by Peña, he'll put it up. Too heavy, but Colombia another offensive rebound. Roque kicks it out wide open for 3, but that's short by Ibargüen. Foul's going to be called. Let's have a look at the replay as Peña drives hard to the basket, and yet Yesleva just a split second too late, rotating across on the help side. Oh, in fact, Varela has been called for that foul. 2 free throws here for Peña. And free throws could be a handy way for Colombia to jumpstart their offense and just crawl their way back into contention. Peña hits the first of his 2. Chanique comes into the game as Atencia heads to the bench. And this is the second though. Caravaggio with the easy, uncontested rebound. His 5th of the game. Patience here from Chile. Very different flavour of Chilean basketball here after such a big 3rd quarter. Strong drive to the basket, won't get the roll this time though, and Colombia will try and just almost artificially push the game a little bit. Roque, oh, what a sweet handle he has. Like the ball's on a string. Shot clock down to 8, stolen away. It's a poor pass really from Ibargüen. Trying to feed the post from that angle is never going to happen. Herrera, door open for him. Says, no, I'm good, thanks. We're going to come out and burn a little clock. Varela pulls up. He'll try to go again, though. Little step back 2, drains it. What a game he's had so far. His tournament high was game day 1 against Virgin Islands. He had 12 in that one. He's got 10 here so far. Roque is fouled. Roque will go to the free throw line. Just 6 minutes 22 left. Colombia up by 9 at the half. And unbelievably, they are now down by 11. A 20-point swing in under 14 minutes of basketball. Out of the game comes Atencia. Into the action comes Carmona. Coach Cordoba will make a change for Chile as well as Yesleva heads to the bench and Hasa comes in. Also back into the game for Colombia is Jackson. And we have a feeling if Coach Moreno is able to mastermind a comeback in this game, it will probably be out of the hands of Jackson. Okay, at the line. Gets the second to roll. Splits his free throws. Chile quite happy to take their time now as they run their horns offense. Catch and shoot. Herrera, not this time. He has had a hot hand in this second half, but Even his skills were stretched to breaking point there as he tried to beat the shot clock. Chile lead by 10. Roque using the screen from Echenique. And Peña's just slowing the game up a little bit too much for Colombia. As is Echenique here. Shot clock down to 6, and Colombia will have to create something. It's spilled out though, and Carvacho comes away with it. Chile just seem to have all of the composure right now as they edge their way towards a semi-final spot. A semi-final on Saturday against either Cuba or Argentina if Chile win this one. That's what awaits them. They'll find out later today when Cuba face Argentina. 3 ball is good. Varela with another 3. It's a shootout really between him and Herrera. 13 points now for Varela. Carmona attacks the baseline. No one comes with him though. Echenique, offensive foul. Echenique trying to look innocent, but being the antagonist in that situation. His 4th foul. He needs to be careful to get himself a 5th, and out of the game he goes. See what the officials want to do here. We're going to see a replay so we can see why Carvacho is so upset. I think that zoomed in shot won't help. And the officials, I think, are going to review this. Carvacho's been called for a technical foul. I think for his reaction. That will give Colombia at least 1 free throw. They trail by 13 and things aren't looking great for them right now. That said, even if they lose here, doesn't mean that they don't make it to the semi-finals. It just changes things up a little. Carvacho's teammates and coach trying to calm him down. They don't need him to exit the game. That technical foul is his 3rd. Jackson will go to the line for the technical free throw. Smart move by Coach Cordoba, just taking Carvacho out of the game, giving him some time to just cool down a little, just to calm down a little. He is going to be needed in the final 4 minutes and 51. In his pace comes Yesla. Arguen in the 10th year of coming for Peña and Roque for Colombia. 13-point lead for Chile. Now 4.5 minutes away from that semi-final berth. Oh, what a pass from Herrera into the corner now. That one's heavy, batted back by Yesla. Soft right hand from Hasa, and Chile all over the floor. You can see that the confidence that their team is playing with, that has made a big difference in this one. Second half, they seem like a different team psychologically. Oh, and it's a turnover. Coach Cordoba loving the intensity and the energy that his team are putting into this one. Remember, a win today, they'll get a rest day tomorrow before the semi-final on Saturday. Jackson drops that one out of bounds. Patience here from Chile there. A little bit of time management as well. Herrera into the hands of Hasa. In and out. Easy rebound, uncontested rebound for Arguen to bring down. His 6th rebound of the game. In fact, 7th rebound. Short 2, no good. Oh, the putback throw down Almanza. times it to perfection. 13-point lead now for Chile. It's a big ask, but it's not an impossible ask here for Colombia. Carrasco facilitating right now off the glass, too heavy. The right move, it was a smart move. Finished just one at the right level. Foul will be called on Carrasco. Chile are in the penalty. That's not a smart foul by Carrasco. Gives Colombia the chance to get points from the free throw line without the clock ticking over. Atencio heads to the free throw line. Out of the game comes Carrasco. Back into the game comes Valle. What a tournament La Banda has witnessed, and remember, this isn't the final game. We have another game coming. Uruguay taking on the Virgin Islands. That one tipping off in a little under an hour's time. Nothing will be decided fully in this group until after that game. Atencio gets the extra from the free throw line after missing the first. Caravaggio's calmed down. He's back in the game. Yesla goes to the bench. Herrera. Shot goes up. Oh, hits another dagger. What a second half. Not sure what a kind of snack that Sebastian Herrera had at the half, but wow. That stuff is gunpowder. He has come out and blown this game up in the second half. It's been unreal, to be honest, the flip in his game. He scored nothing in the first half. He now has 12 points in the second half, all of them coming from outside. To the bench heads Jones. In comes Vergara for Chile. Echenique now will hand it off to Almanza. Almanza pulls up for the long two, and once again, Caravaggio just rises up above everyone else on the floor and gets the rebound. His 6th rebound of the game. Definitely into time management mode now for Chile. They are a little over 2 minutes away from locking in top spot here, locking in a semi-final on Saturday. Lovely pass. Shot clock violation as Caravaggio looks to almost bring the basket to the floor with that play. Timeout has been called after that turnover. Coach Moreno, one last throw of the dice. His team trail by 15. Best hope for Colombia if they lose is going into a 3-way head-to-head for second place. And that is what Coach Moreno knows is around the corner. Let's listen to his huddle.
Por cualquier lado, Ansel la entra por aquí o lo saca por aquí. Vamos adentro. Michael Jackson, Andrés Ibargüen aquí. Hey, la trae rápido. Hey, saca Jackson del fondo. La trae Ibargüen, Jackson, Almanza, Hansel y Andrés Ibargüen. Cualquiera de los dos aquí. Hey, pero necesitamos entrarla rápido, venir rápido acá, salir, pasa adentro. Hey, vamos a fabricarla desde ahí. Y después desde ahí presión. Y vamos a trampear el balón. Apenas la pelota entre. 1, 2, 3. Colombia.
Very cool, calm and collected Coach Moreno. As you would expect for the coach of that experience, but he must know that his team now are leaving their fate in the hands of other teams in the hope that the Virgin Islands are able to pick up a win against Uruguay later. Coach Curry and her team will face off against Uruguay in the hope they can come away with the win. That's fallen out of bounds. It's off the fingertips of Herrera, so it'll still be Colombia ball. 11 seconds on the shot clock for them to work with. What a second half we have witnessed. 37-13 is the score in the second half here. Jackson hits a 2, and you can't really put any of it at the door of Michael Jackson. 19 points for him now, shooting over 50% from the field. He's done almost all he can. Maybe defensively you could ask a couple of questions, but even then, look at him chasing now. Caravaggio hands it away and runs a P&R on the side. Shot goes up, and another 3-ball. This is breathtaking from Chile here, as Vergara gets in on the act with another 3. 10 points for him as well now. All 5 Chilean players on the floor right now are in double digits. And that will be the end of Echenique's night. Potentially the end of his tournament, as he picks up his 5th foul. Another offensive foul against Caravaggio. Let's have a look. Yeah, absolutely, just shoves him to the floor. A wry smile on his face, but I'm not sure Coach Moreno will appreciate the smile as Peña comes back in for Echenique. Not had the game that he will have wanted today. Hasn't been the force that he can be. Arce now hands it off. Herrera, another 3. Ever so slightly too heavy with that one. Inside now to Ibargüen. He's going to draw the foul. We're into the final minute, and Chile are about to lock in a semi-final place. Chile are about to lock in top of Group B. Bahamas locked in top of Group A yesterday. Chile are going to lock in top of Group A here today. There's 2 of our 4 semi-finalists. Who will join them? We wait to see. In Group A, it may be Cuba or Argentina, and here in Group B, well, it could be Colombia, it could be Uruguay, it could be the Virgin Islands. At the line, though, is Ibargüen. It's the first of his 2. And the second is good as well. .47 seconds remaining now, as Chile will just cruise their way through to the semi-finals. They'll find out who they meet later today as Argentina take on Cuba. Carrasco slides through, hands it away. Little short jumper is too short. Goes again, and Saldo will draw the foul. And this is the Chilean spirit that we've seen in this game. At the line for free throws, Ignacio Ansaldo, one of the future stars for Chile, just 20 years of age. He's had a few minutes in this tournament, not many, but he will certainly grow from this experience. .18 seconds remaining, potentially, of Colombia's tournament. We will wait to see that. But it's 10 seconds now until we confirm Chile as our Group B winners here in La Banda. 3 games, 3 wins. Coach Cordoba cannot ask much more than that. The 3 goes up, it doesn't matter. That is the final buzzer here in La Banda. What a roller coaster game, an absolute seesaw of a game here. Chile win this one 77-65 over Colombia. There's a celebration on the mid-court. No real surprise. They deserve it. Getting out of this group with a perfect 3-0 record is a great achievement for this team and really gives them some momentum and some confidence going into their semi-final on Saturday. And that will be against either Cuba or Argentina. Those two face off against each other here in Argentina. That one tips off in about 3 hours' time, the Cuba-Argentina game. Here are the shooting statistics from today's game. As you can see, Chile struggled in the first half from the three-point range, but they drained it in the second half. Look at some of the stats, and you wonder how Colombia lost this one, but they did. They absolutely did. They led by 9 at the half. They then go to lose by 12. Top scorer Jackson with 19 for Colombia, but the big man Carvacho leads the way for Chile with 17. Here are some of the highlights from that fourth quarter of action. And a fourth quarter once again controlled really by Chile. They struggled in the first half. It's really interesting, this game, how it flipped. They really did. They struggled to stop Colombia from just scoring whatever they wanted in the first half. But now, in this second half, well, Chile just turned on the defensive intensity. They ramped up what they were doing defensively. They really did. They held Colombia to just 19 points in that second half. The same amount. Well, Colombia scored 22 in the second quarter and 24 in the first quarter. So in the second half, they scored less than they did in either of the first two quarters, including just 6 points in that third quarter. Coach Moreno frustrated with his team for much of that second half, but huge amount of credit to Chile. Some big performances for 5 players in double digits. Carvacho leads the way with 17 points. He had 6 rebounds and 2 steals as well. Varela had 13 points, 3 from 6 from downtown. 2 players on 12, Hasa and Herrera. Hasa also with 4 rebounds, Herrera with 5 assists. And then Vergara just sneaked in with double digits, 10 points for him. A big team performance and a real resilient performance from Chile, which will certainly help them as they move forward to the semi-finals on Saturday. As I say, we will find out by the end of the evening whether they will face Argentina or whether they will face Cuba. Coach Cordoba, a very happy man in the second half. He put in almost as much intensity on the sidelines as his team did in the game. And that has paid off. And they go through top of the group. A group that was very competitive. A group with 4 teams that could all take wins off one another. And to come out of that one unbeaten, that is a real credit to this Chilean team. They have put in a wonderful performance on their way to the semi-final. And their hopes of being in Paris next year for the Olympics are still alive. Remember, the winner of this tournament receives a spot in the Americas, in one of the Olympic qualifying tournaments next year. So let's have a look at the group as it stands. 1 game still to play. Chile are through top of the group, but who will join them? Will it be Colombia? Will it be Uruguay? Or will it be the Virgin Islands? The Uruguay-Virgin Islands game tips off in about 40 minutes. And once that one is completed, we will know who will be through in the second spot here in Group B. Final score here in La Banda, Chile 77, Colombia 65.